You asked me questions. Well, no, I asked you a question and you guys gave me questions. So I'm gonna answer them. I thought that they were gonna be juicy. I thought you guys were gonna ask me some nasty stuff, some crazy stuff. So I was like, oh man, I hope nobody goes there. But secretly, kind of hope they do. You guys asked me a lot of cool, inspirational type questions. I want to be able to share myself with you guys in a more genuine way. So I will be posting a little less, but the content will be more fulfilling, I hope. It's fulfilling for me at least. So hopefully you guys will be on the same page and you guys will like what I am bringing to the table. Let's just get into these questions because I'm excited. You guys know sometimes it be crickets on social media. You ask people to engage and they just be like, what is going on? Like, engage. Like, what are we on here to do? You know what I mean? Lurk? Yes. I'm excited. So, all right. So this first question, I kind of got asked 3 times in different ways. So I'm going to combine those 3 questions. The first question essentially is going to be what motivates you in general and what motivates you to make music, as well as what keeps you motivated to keep working on your career and bettering yourself. So what motivates me in general is anything to look forward to. Money motivates me. Let's be honest. If I'm trying to collect a check, like, I'm up. The promises that I've made to myself. My nephew motivates me. My friends and their drive, they motivate me. As far as like what gives me motivation to make music, unfortunately, it just be my life experiences. And I only say unfortunately because like I'm a Pisces, I feel so deeply and I feel pain so deeply and I'm just used to making myself suffer. It's a pattern that I am breaking. I'm a sad boy at heart and all of my pain and my suffering and heartbreak and all that stuff has really motivated me to make music. I feel like I have something to say. I have a lot of messages. I have a lot of thoughts, ideas, and things just in my heart. So I feel like music is the best way for me to sometimes just get that out in a way that makes people feel good. And in a way that like you don't necessarily have to digest it. You can just kind of like feel it first a little bit. And then what keeps me motivated to keep working on my career and bettering myself? Honestly, I moved across the country to pursue my dreams of being a choreographer, a singer, an actor, and so on. It led to so many different things. I'm a licensed massage therapist, amongst other talents and stuff. I think just taking it back to keeping promises to myself and not letting my inner child down, that's kind of like what motivates me to keep on being better, because I know that there's so much potential in me that I haven't even unlocked yet. And there's a future out there for me that is literally waiting for me to grab it. And if I don't keep on bettering myself, if I don't tap into my future self, then I will never get that. In order to keep bettering myself, I need to be a different version of me every day. I need to keep evolving. I try to tell myself and I try to remind myself that every step matters. Baby steps are sometimes the most important steps because they add up. It's like pennies. 100 pennies makes $1 and so on. It's one of those things where if you're so focused, you can beat yourself up and you lose track of the progress that you're making because you're so zoomed in. But when you really like dial back, you can kind of see like all the coins and all the steps that you've taken to really get yourself somewhere. And also knowing that myself and my truth and the way that I do things might be all that somebody else needs to keep going. The same way that I've had other people's like documentaries and other people's inspirational talks and things like that to keep me going. I know that somebody out there can relate to me, whether it's aesthetically, whether it's mentally, whether it's just someone who's feeling deeply all the time. I know somebody can relate to me. So knowing that somebody is out there that may benefit from all of the things that I'm learning or that I'm doing, that keeps me going, because my purpose really just lies in being able to help people unlock their potential and kind of heal. And in healing other people, I heal myself. And in healing myself, I get to heal other people. So it's just like an up cycle of love. All right. So what does love mean to you? That's a loaded question, but I personally feel like love is an open door. And now I say this not like, don't be a people pleaser, don't not have boundaries, don't allow people to continuously walk all over you, but there's this analogy that if you see a flower and you love the flower, you don't pick the flower. You leave it there and you enjoy it and you appreciate it for its beauty in the moment and for what it is. You don't take it and you don't pull it out of the ground and bring it with you. To me, that's kind of what love is. Love is unconditionally conditional. Being able to appreciate someone for all of who they are, the good and the bad. Being able to accept that relationship for what it is and being able to let it go. Like, in a good way. You ever hear that song? It's like, if you love something, let it go. And if it comes back, then that's how you know. That's how I view love. Our friends and the way that we love our friends and the way that we love our partners, there's really no difference, I feel like, other than maybe a sexual component, depending on what kind of lifestyle you're living. But I truly believe now, especially more than ever, that friendship is the foundation of true love. True love, I believe you can have with anything. But if you want that with a romantic partner, then you need to have a friendship. You need to be able to be yourself. You need to be able to communicate. You need to be able to hold space. You need to be able to want to understand someone and accept people. So without making this too long, that's kind of like what I believe love is. Love is an open door. You let people in, you let people out. You see people in, you see people out. All right, so this next question is, who is your biggest inspiration? And honestly, I don't have like just one. I have a few answers for this. One of them is Jennifer Lopez. Another one is Aaliyah. Another person I looked up to a lot growing up was Justin Timberlake. My mother is such an inspiration in my life. The friends that I have are such an inspiration in my life. I sometimes am my own inspiration when I'm able to get out of my mind and I can really take a look back at how far I've come. I can really say like, damn, like you did that and you didn't give yourself enough credit for it. Jay Shetty is another one. Yeah, I am inspired by people that have an open mind. I'm inspired by people that love. I'm inspired by people that love to work hard. I'm inspired by people that value inclusivity. I'm inspired by people that really set the bar. I'm inspired by people that are okay with being authentic and okay with making change and okay with speaking up. So that's that on that. What is your favorite accomplishment thus far? That is a hard question, but two of them come to mind. One of them is being able to open for Kiza in Avalon, Hollywood with my homegirl Mozzie and all my beautiful dancers. That was kind of like a big one for me. The crowd was huge. I performed all original music. It was in Hollywood, California. It's pretty crazy because I went to a psychic like 10 plus years ago.
Oh my God!
She told me that my name would be in lights in Hollywood somewhere, and it eventually was like on a marquee in Hollywood somewhere. So that's one of the biggest accomplishments for me. Another one was recently I had to go to the emergency room and I got a spinal tap. And if you know what that is, you know, you're supposed to be sore the next day and all these things. Well, I had a show to do and the show must go on. So I performed the show the next day with like the spinal tap, being hella sore and, you know, all these different things. There have been many things, unfortunately, that tend to happen before I have a show. And I feel like that's like the devil or some kind of trickster trying to like take me off of my high, because you know the world knows that I love to perform, I love to give, I love to connect with the audience. Like I just love that. And so things tend to happen right before shows that I feel like try to knock me off of the high that I'm on, and lucky for me, they never win. Those are my biggest and greatest accomplishments, is being able to like just make the show go on no matter the circumstance. Obviously in a healthy way, and I don't ever want to put myself at harm and I want to have boundaries, but those are some of my biggest accomplishments that come to mind right now. I've done a lot of other things, a lot of really cool things. I've been on Fox Soul and ESPN and a few other stuff. That was cool, but I think those two are mine. And I think those two resonate with me the most right now. And I just feel the most proud of it right now. All right, next question is, what that mouth do? Talk back? Period. What is your top priority for 2024? I want to say that my top priority for 2024 right now is stability. Mental stability, financial stability, emotional stability. So just stability and consistency and discipline. I think those are my three focuses right now in 2024, because you can't really do anything without those things. And I'm a little Puerto Rican from the Bronx. I've known struggle my whole entire life. I've never really gotten to feel and experience stability the way that many other people have experienced stability. So in this stage of my life, I'm just really excited to be getting my things together, to be building an audience, a fan base, a community with everyone, and having that be something consistent in my life. It's consistent and it's joyful. But I can't have that consistency if I don't have discipline. I can't have any of that stability that I want if I don't have discipline and consistency, and I don't enjoy it. And then next year is gonna just be even bigger and better, and I hope that it's the same for you guys. Okay, this last question, like, thank you. I feel weird even reading this question, but this question is, how does it feel to be the most talented in the LA area? While I am very humbled, because y'all been crazy lately. Like, I've been getting some comments, I'm just like, what? Like, somebody called me a gay icon, and I low-key lost my shit because they had never heard my music before, and they listened to it for the first time, and I got sent like a live reaction. So I'm wilding out over those things. So whenever I hear questions like this, just like really like gassing me up, I'm like, stop playing. But I do put in work, and I do believe that I'm talented, and I do believe that I work hard, and I'm learning, and I'm trying my best to clap for myself. I'm trying my best to be proud of my accomplishments and all that stuff. So thank you for just like acknowledging me and seeing that. It feels good to have a show and have people come up to me afterwards and just tell me how much they resonated with either my lyrics or the choreography that I did, or just my performance and the way that I connect to the audience in general. It's always a beautiful thing to be able to connect, to be able to even have that opportunity to connect with you guys through my artistry. It feels amazing. So that kind of concludes the questions, guys. I had a really good time doing this. I hope that you guys got some insight about me from this. I kind of just answered them on the spot. I didn't really like prep for any of these answers. Yeah, I hope you guys like it. Let me know if you guys want to see more videos like this. If you have any more questions, drop them in the comments down below, so that way I can make sure I gather them up and I'll make another video for you guys like this. Feel free to get juicy. Like, let's get into it. Let's just have a good time. Let's connect. I hope you guys have a beautiful day. Don't forget to stream my new single, release out now on all platforms. I appreciate your love and support so much, and I will see you on the next one.